everybody, so it's Mickey, and today we're going to start with my my chairs. They're sort of like lounging chairs for my patio. I'm going to make 2 of them, but stupid me, I did my math wrong and I forgot one board that I need. So I have to go back to the store and buy one more, which sucks because I have to go to another town in order to get it. Well, anyways, the board that I bought is like weather pressured or something like that, wood, because it is going to be outside. I am planning to stain it and then put a top coat on it. That the top coat is actually for patios to make them waterproof. So I don't think it really mattered what kind of board I got, but I just wanted to make sure and get that instead. I got all these instructions from AnnaWhite.com. It's ANA-white.com, and I have a cut list right here. So what I bought was 6 1x4 by 8, which is 8 foot long boards, 2 1x2x8s, and 1 2x2x8s. Or you can just have any kind of scrap 24-inch long wood, because that one's actually going to be used as your support for the slant. So yeah, you don't really need it to be like nice wood or whatever, just a scrap. I also bought 1 1/4 screws, 2-inch screws, and 2.5 screws. And those are inches, by the way. Just to put them together. You are going to pre-drill before you actually put in your screws. And the pre-drill that I use, it's like a sinkhole type thing. So when you put the screws in, it's going to leave like a gap or like a hole at the end. But the screw's going to be all the way in, so you can fill it in and then, you know, stain over it so you don't see all those holes in the chair. Then she gives you a cut list, which is what I'm going to go do. Unfortunately, my ottoman actually showed, or the little table that I'm making, actually gave me cutting instructions to conserve how much board I was using. Unfortunately, she doesn't have that for this one, so I sort of came up with my own list down here. I also got my best friend, who is like amazing with math, and he helped me out too. So we're trying to conserve as much board as we can so we can use it for another project. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm just going to grab my first piece of wood. Always remember to measure twice, cut once. Even better, remember that it's safety first. So watch your hands, watch your fingers. These are valuable, and you know, I don't want to get anything in my eyes. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first cut that I'm going to make is a the first cut I'm going to make is a 20 inch. So what I'm going to do to help me out, to make sure that I'm keeping all these uniform, because there's going to be 4 of the 20. I have this thing, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a board that sort of guides it through so it could be straight, so you get a straight cut. But it also has a ruler right here, so you can actually measure on here. I just use this to double check, because this only goes to 18, but I can extend it, and when I extend it, there's another ruler down here that I can go by. So make sure I get to 20. Alright, I'm going to lock that in. Okay. And we're going to make our first cut. Today I'm just cutting and staining. I'm not putting it together because the stain needs time to dry. So here we go. Here's our first piece. Now, this is a little scary. As you can tell, see, it's going up because this board is so long and I have the short part here. So when I get to the end of this, I'm really going to have to hold on to this long part, because you'll feel the pressure want to go away. So it's better to have 2 people here. Unfortunately, my husband's not here to help me out, so I'm on my own. I will be filling this in my arms tomorrow. Okay, hold on. Since I had this up on my head, the sweat condensed on my goggles. There we go. Oops. Okay, good thing it wasn't on, right? There we go. Make sure it's straight. Hey ladies, so it's Mickey. As you can tell, I'm wearing another shirt, so that means it's a new day. So I got all my wood cut, yeah, this is my table. I don't know if you can see, but I actually labeled all these on what they are. So now I need to sand them down because they are sort of rough. So you just want to sand them so that they're nice and smooth. Sand all sides. I do have my hand sander, and I just put on a new thing. I'm starting off with the higher or a lower grit, so it's like 100, so that means it's gonna sand quite a bit, and then I go down or go up to a more finer one so that it's just nice and smooth. I'm not gonna do this with the camera on because there's already, I can see sand on my camera or some wood on my camera, so I don't want anything to get on the lens and destroy my thing. So yeah, I'll just film whenever I finish. All right, so I have this extra rag. It's just I'm sorry for using this word, moist, Amanda, sorry. And I'm just gonna grab one of these. It's really, really smooth now. And I'm not trying to like wet the wood. I'm just trying to get all the dust off of it. That's all I'm doing. So I'm just wiping. And this might be a little bit too wet, so I'm gonna have to let it dry some. I'm not gonna put it straight on the floor because the floor still has all the dust and remnants from my sanding on it. So I'm gonna have to find a place to put this. All right, ladies, so I set up, I have a sawhorses, I got 2 of them here. And so I set these up because I'm tired of sitting down. This is the gel stain that I was talking about. The color that I get is red elm, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is after 3 coats of it. You'll get this color. You can see I didn't do very well in here, but that doesn't matter because this is my shelves that I made. But I still haven't used the router in the back. See, you can see it's all globby in the back, but this is the back, so I wasn't really worried about it. I kept it down like that when I was painting these or staining these. So yeah, you're not going to see this part, and you're definitely not going to see this part. So this is after 1 or 2 coats, and this is after 3. You see how much darker that is, and that's sort of what I want for my patio furniture. So I'll show you the consistency of this. I don't know if you can see it, but you see it's like mud. It's like a blob. So what you need to do is just get in there and mix. I actually have a butter knife that I use, but I don't know where it went. Really nice. Once you do it, you can see it's more like a melted chocolate. So, all I'm going to do is get my staining brush, dab it in there, and start painting it on. and goes on really, really easily. The key is you want to make sure that you're putting it on evenly. So don't put too much on. This is just your first coat. Like I showed you, it gets darker with each coat. Also be patient because this is going to take 8 hours to dry. So I'm going to flip it. I can do this side because I don't know which side is actually going to be showing. So I will be painting all sides of this brush or this wood. Alright ladies, so I have everything laid out for my chair. I'm only doing one chair today because I could only stain one chair at a time. So as you can see, I put some labels so I know what sizes they are. There's 11 stacks, so there's 11 different sizes here. So I didn't want to have to measure every single time. And then I have my setup here. I have my first, this is going to be my leg and my rest, my armrest. Then I have my clamp. I have my screws and stuff over there. So we're ready to get started. I just want to go over my thought process as I go through. Here's my thought process on this. These two are going to be the legs, so what I want to do, I want to go ahead and start looking at it and deciding what part I want to be the front, what's going to be seen the most, and whatnot. So I like this side, and I don't mind this one being the back because it's not as pretty. It's going to be like this. These are my two legs. And this is my armrest, so I got to decide, you know, this side's not going to be seen as much and it's sort of ugly. So it's going to go like this and like that. And that's going to be one of my arms. See? Like that. So now I got to decide, how am I going to screw these in? If I were to do this and clamp it down this way, it's not very sturdy. So I want to make sure that there's enough surface space to make this more safe. So what I'm going to do, and because I don't have that much space to do all this, I don't have a huge table or anything, I just have this little thing. So I'm going to put this like this. You want to make sure that it's even because these are the legs, right? I'll put it like that and then grab my clamp. And this clamp is pretty easy. All I do is put this on this side. Then bring this side in. You want to make sure that this stays even. You don't want it to move. You want it to be flush. And you just tighten it so that it stays. So we're good. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to screw in a hole right there. It's a 3-step process, and I will show you. Okay, 3-step process. So what you're going to do is you're first going to use this. This is a drill bit. So you're going to drill the hole in to both of the woods, your boards. Then you're going to use this one, which is called a countersink, because you got your drill bit part here, and then you can see it gets fatter right here. So you're going to drill this one in, because what's going to happen is you're going to make it so that the screw heads are not going to be seen. They're going to actually be in the wood, and then you'll just fill the holes up and stain over them. And then you have this one, and this one's just a normal Phillips head, and you're going to screw in your screw with this. So 3-step process, not so hard, not so bad. It gets a little tedious taking them off and putting them on, but that's okay. So you want to make sure that you put them somewhere where they're not going to get lost. lock it in. I'm going to go ahead and move this up. Look at what I'm doing. So right now I have my drill bit. So I'm going to sort of line it up with my eye. Now the holes on here probably won't be straight. So I'm not really paying attention to that. Okay. Got my hole. Step 2. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my counter sink. Put it on there. You can see, made a big hole in there so that I could stick in the head of the screw. Now the other one, I don't know if it's because the screw is too long or what. So the other screw, the head is out, but that's okay. I'm more concerned about it being sturdy. Oops, grabbed the wrong size. Rather than, you know, how it's gonna look. Because the worst thing would be if someone would sit down in one of my chairs and then for it to fall apart. So I'm gonna find that hole in there and start slowly. Make sure to apply pressure. There we go. See? And I stripped the screw a little bit. That's what that clicking sound was. But I'm not going to take that screw out, so it doesn't really matter. No, I'm just going to fill over that. It's not as deep as I wanted it to be. Okay, so I have this first leg on. This is my front, so it's flush with it. And then this is going to be my back leg. So what you're going to do is this one will be like that. Sorry, I'm trying to find a way I can put it both on there, but I can't. And you want a 3/4 of an overlay right here. The reason for that is this is going to be the back, and you're going to have a support that goes across right here. So yeah, you don't want it flush because you're going to stick a board over here on this side. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put together. Alrighty, so what I have here is my chair. This is the leg, this is the armrest, and the leg is underneath. And I put it like this just to, I'm going to be screwing in. This is the back of it, the tie-in, for the lounging part of it. So yeah, I'm going to put 4 screws in here because I want to make sure that it's really sturdy. And if I were just to do this when this leg is in the air, I'm going to put too much pressure on it and just clearly break that leg off, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and screw these on. I'm going to make my 4th hole, but the clamp is in. And for these, instead of the 2-inch ones, I'm using 1 1/4. And this is the exact reason, this bar right here is the reason why we had the overhang in the back. So this is my back leg. Alright, so I'm going to keep on doing that. I'm going to do it with the other leg as well, and I'll have part of my frame finished. Okay, so I know it's not, the frame's not even or anything, but I just want to show you what I'm doing right now. So I built, this is going to be my seat frame. So I built it, and then I just didn't want to keep on filming because it took a while. So, and it's basically the same stuff over and over again. So I built this frame, and then I measured from the bottom to right here, it's 12 and a half or 12 and a fourth, I don't know. Whatever the directions said. I did that on each leg, and then I measured from here inward 2 inches so I can figure out, so this can be level because this is where we're going to sit. So I did that, and I've already attached, I've screwed in 3 on each side right here, and I already attached this side. I also used a level so I can make sure that it was level because you don't want to sit crooked, right? So this is what I have so far. This is my seat so far. I haven't done this back part. As you can see, it's wobbly because it's not screwed in yet, but I will do that now. So all I'm going to do is turn this around, and then where's my clamp? I lost my clamp. Here it is. So what I'm going to do is grab my clamp, and I'm not going to set it yet because it's not even, because it's loose. So I'm just going to put it down, and then I'm going to look at my lines, if I can find them. See, and I already have one coat on here, so with me moving it around and it catching dust and stuff, at the end I'm going to, you know, do the touch-up. Clean it off and then do the touch-up, so I'm not too worried. Alright, so I'm almost done with this chair. I want to show you what I did. So I'll move this out of the way. This is what it looks like right now. I screwed in the part where you're going to sit on. Screwed those in, and then I made this. This is my back. I have a long one on the bottom, long, really thick board for the bottom for support. Then I have 2 smaller ones, and then I have boards for the back. So what I'm going to do is get this. I want you to see how it's laid in here. And this, I don't know if I can zoom back anymore. I can't. This will fit right in that support right there. As you can see. You see how it's fitting right in? So what I'm going to do is screw this in on both sides. Then I'm going to lay it back to the angle that I want it. And then screw the back into the seat for extra support. And then that's it. I have my chair, and it'll look something like this when I'm done. So yep, and then after that I just do the finishing touches. I fill in the holes, then I do the touch-up paint, and then do the protectant, and that's it. My hands look awesome. So I'm really gonna have to wash them tonight so the stain doesn't stay on me. And yeah, I'll take a picture after I'm done with everything. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.